Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. US Mint, US precious metals coin sales skyrocket. Demand increasing, especially in the silver forefront with the US Mint since they sold out of American Eagles earlier this year. We saw the Royal Canadian Mint shut down due to the virus spreading, and many other things, along with Mexico and Peru, some of the largest producers on a global scale, shut down due to the disease. And it's crazy, right? So times are crazy, but this is causing a massive surge in precious metals sales. So we have an article from livetradingnews.com. Link will be in the description. So as the pandemic is erupted, so too did the demand for newly minted platinum, gold, and silver coins from the U.S. Mint. In times of crisis and doubt, investors move some assets to safe havens. The demand is so high, it is currently stripping the mint's supply. And if history is any indicator, it will not fade anytime soon. Sales of the American Eagle Platinum, America's official bullion coin, were the highest since the launch program in 1997, spiking from 9,300 ounces in February to 31,200 ounces in March. To date, 2020, sales have now exceeded the annual sales going back to 1999. Gold sales are also strong. American Eagle Gold 22 karat and Gold Buffalo 24 karat is up from 7,000 ounces to 10,000 ounces in February to 151,000 ounces and 47,500 ounces in March, respectively. Both gold and bullion coins had their third best month in 10 years. And American Eagle silver sales kept pace with its platinum and gold cousins. Sales jumped from 650,000 ounces in February to 5,482,500 ounces in March. They are the seventh highest in the history of the program, which began in 1986. Many bullion investors are individuals seeking a hedge to manage risk. They are not institutions, as they do not have sophisticated financial instruments like derivatives at their disposal. What they do have is cash and access to precious metal bullion coins. Speculators are in the bullion game too. Gold prices went from 1,471 in March to 1,726 in April. Silver prices went from $12.11 to $15.70, and platinum from $588 to $784 over the same time frame. The action is so fierce that the existing supply of these bullion coins is not enough to meet demand. So, the United States Mint has to mint new ones to fill orders from distributors that have no inventory left, yet still customers clamoring for more. As a result, the Mint is making bullion coins at a pace not seen since 2008 financial crisis and the Great Recession. Making things complex, the Mint's facility in West Point, New York, currently idled due to this virus. In the cases in the surrounding area, it makes the majority of precious metals bullion coins. The pressure for increased production will not let up anytime soon. Expect demand to continue at least until we reach some resembling normal. When we saw the financial crisis and the Great Recession, it took 11 years until precious metal bullion sales finally settled back to their pre-crisis levels. Given that both fiscal and monetary stimulus already exceeds last year's crisis, precious metals bullion coins will remain in investors' portfolios in the years ahead. So, that's definitely showing the reality that we're in right now with precious metals. It's definitely going to be a far stretch to say that things are going to slow down anytime soon. The pace is not going to be giving up anytime soon. It looks like demand is going to keep exceeding the supply, and that's where things get tricky. If supply cannot meet the demand, that's going to shoot the price up, and we've already seen a much higher demand since the last 2 years. So, interesting article. I definitely enjoyed that. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that, or where you think it's going to push prices. So now we have another article from the Silver Institute talking about global silver demand edged higher in 2019 with investment demand up 12% while silver mine supply fell for the fourth consecutive year. So this is talking about demand as well, right? Both things are talking about silver demand rocketing and what it's going to look like for the future. So Global silver demand was pushed higher in 2019 with a 12% increase in investment demand as retail and institutional investors focused their attention on the long-term investment appeal for the white metal. Favorable structures changed, such as vehicle electrification and a rebound in the key field of photovoltaics, fueled solid industrial demand. The global silver demand in 2019 grew by 0.4% despite an ongoing global trade war affecting many industries. Silver industrial demand was resilient, slipping by 0.1% last year, with several key segments of silver industrial fabrication expanding, primarily silver's uses in photovoltaics, which grew 7% to its second highest annual level. Of note, the fourth consecutive year, silver mine supply declined in 2019, falling 1%. So, here's silver investment and price. Global silver investment jumped 12% to 186.1 million ounces, making it the largest annual growth since 2015. Notable gains in Europe, 25%, the US 9%, India 5% led to the increase. Institutional investment fared even better than retail demand. Last year, exchange-traded products (ETP) holdings stood at 728 million ounces at year's end, up by 13%, achieving the largest annual rise since 2010. So, silver demand. Global silver demand edged higher in 2019 to 991.8 million ounces, up 0.4%. As higher net physical investment was offset by lower jewelry and silverware demand. Industrial fabrication was nearly unchanged from 2018 at 510 million ounces. Although the escalating trade war between China and the U.S. weighed on industrial offtake last year, losses were broadly mitigated by favorable structural changes, such as vehicle electrification and rebound in the key of photovoltaics. Photovoltaic demand registered an impressive 7% increase in offtake, rising to its second highest annual level, while silver's use in brazing alloys rose 1%. Jewelry posted a 1% decrease to 201 million ounces, primarily due to the soft demand in India and China. In contrast, Thailand achieved a 13% increase last year, and growth was also registered in Indonesia, Japan, and Italy. Silverware fell by 9% last year, almost entirely due to lower demand from India. So here's the mine production in 2018 to 2019. You can see 847 million ounces. 2019, 836 million ounces. So there's definitely a decrease there. Recycling is boosted by 2 million ounces. And you can see, it's definitely going higher. Industrial demand, 2018 to 2019, 511 million ounces, down 1 million ounces to 510 million ounces. So nothing really crazy, but you can see some of the bigger ones is net physical investments. Anyways, global mine production fell for the fourth consecutive year in 2019 by 1.3% to 836 million ounces. This was a result in a decline in grades at several large primary silver mines and disruption-related losses for major silver producers. Primary silver production declined by 3.8% in 2019 to 240 million ounces. On a contrary basis, the largest production declines were led by Peru, following Mexico and Indonesia, which were partially offset by gains in Argentina, Australia, and the U.S. Globally, Mexico was the leading silver producer last year, followed by Peru, China, Australia, and Russia. Total recycling edged higher in 2019 by 1.3%, chiefly due to an increase in industrial and jewelry and silverware recycling. So here's the outlook for 2020. The uncertainties presented by this pandemic make forecasting silver market conditions over the rest of the year very challenging. With difficulties currently facing the global economy, key areas of silver demand, including industrial fabrication and jewelry and silverware offtake, are anticipated to fall this year solely as a result of the global pandemic. Mine supply is expected to continue to decline given the temporary shutdown of mining operations in several significant silver mining countries in early 2020. Silver physical investment is forecast to extend its gains this year with a projected 16% rise to 5-year high as investors rotate out of equities in search for safe haven vehicles. Additionally, metals-focused experts silver to outperform gold later this year, which could see test the $20 level or the $19 level before year's end. So I'm glad that we found these two articles. Very, very, very important and educational stuff. I like how at the end they even gave a little forecast where it could be challenging the $19 level. We see a lot of resistance at those levels, so who knows where it's going to go. I am curious what you guys and gals, you silver stackers, think about this, where you think prices are headed, and do you think that supply and demand has the main driver, the main factor into this? Do you think that's the number one thing on the table that's going to be pushing prices higher, the low supply and the high demand? Or do you think there's other things at play, like the pandemic and all that goes with that as well? I'm curious what you have to say about that and what you have to think about it. Anyways, the two links to these articles from this video will be in the description if you want to check them out yourself. Make sure to smash the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe and post daily videos. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.